Hello, 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 everyone. How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for being here with me today. It's your girl B Chris, and today we're working on this fuzzy head of mine. I know. See, what had happened was temperatures got well over 100 degrees today, y'all, and all these little hairs decided they no longer wanted to cooperate with my edge control and stay in these two braids. To make matters worse, while I'm editing, I see myself turn around and reveal this Frankenstein part. I know, please don't come for me, please. If you don't know already, I don't typically use a mirror when I'm working on the back of my head, and it clearly shows. Like, clearly. I definitely need to do better. So the plan for today is to take out these two fuzzy French braids and put feed-in French braids in the front and feed-in individuals in the back. So stay tuned to see me transform into fuzzy into this. Alright, so you will see the products that I'm using, but if you need a better description of the information, you can check the description box below. Alright, it's time to take down this mess, y'all. So the ends of the French braids were secured with rubber bands and bobby pins. So I'm taking out the bobby pins to release the ends and then the rubber bands. As you can see, the ends of my braids are straight. If you're wondering why, drop a comment down below and let me know so I can drop a video to share with you guys where I am in my hair journey right now and what caused it. Alright? I'm taking my braids down with my hands, not a comb, not a brush. Even though the video is sped up, I do like to take my time and be careful while I'm taking my hair down. Now you see I'm using my handy dandy old faithful Bertha comb. Bertha's been very good to me. Although she's not a wide tooth comb, she still gets the job done, okay? So I work my way from the ends of my hair all the way to the root, and it feels so good. So good. Bertha be doing me right, y'all. So that's the amount of hair that came out from that portion of me combing out. Now I'm going to take out the other braid. Also paying attention to my hair when I'm detangling it and taking the braids out. This particular side of my hair feels much thinner than the other side. So I'm very careful as I go all the way to the root. And then we're going to bring Bertha back out, comb that hair out. And we're going to bring it from the tips of the hair all the way to the scalp. And then comb the back out and around. And then we're going to see how much hair came out from that combing process. Not that much. I'm used to seeing more. So here is the rat tail comb that I'm going to use for the parting of my hair. But we're going to bring Bertha back out so we can get rid of this part from the fuzzy French braids, okay? Alright. Ooh, that feels so good, y'all. I'm just showing you my hair isn't dry after taking out those braids. Alright. Now we're going to grab our rat tail comb, and this is what I call my guide part. I call it my guide part because at this point of my hairstyling process, I haven't determined if I want the braids to go in that direction or for them to originate from that part, if that makes sense. So I go from the guide part and I part across my head and down the side of my head to go just to the top, if not right behind my ear. I'm going to twist that hair, put a duckbill clip on it to section that off and keep that away. So going back up to the guide part again, going across the top of my head and down the side of my head towards my ear. No sis, you need some more hair on the side of that head. Alright, let me go back in with my rat tail comb, and I'm just adding some more hair that will take my part behind my ear, not to the front. That back portion is where the feed-in individuals are going to be, so we're just going to section that off until later. Alright, like I was saying earlier, this side of my head feels much thinner, and as you can see, for that size part, I feel like there should be more hair there, and it's not. I am adding some gel. I'll show that to you in a later clip, and once I'm satisfied with the part, I clip it away. So I'm using the Afreezm They're the 3-pack of pre-stretched hair in the color 2, which I'm using at the top of my hair. And then when I run out of hair, I'll be using the color 4. When I do my feed-in braids, cornrows or otherwise, I just pull out the hair that I need for each section. So section by section, I'll pull out the amount of hair I feel I need for that section. This particular section breaks down into 6 pieces. So as you saw, I was using the Shine and Jam on the green container. That's the one with olive oil in it. And I use that, put it on my hair, along the part. And so I start braiding. Because I feel like my hair is softer and then it might be more prone to breaking. So I don't add extension hair at the very beginning of the braid. I wait about an inch back of the braid before I start adding extension hair. But I do add it consistently from that point. So this particular part, I have 6 pieces of hair that I'm using. And even after adding it, about an inch after starting the braid, all 6 pieces fit on this part. Braid it till I get to the very end of the section, and then I change the length of my hands and braid it down. I still add more Shining Jam to my hair, just to help keep my hair flush with the extension hair. And then I braid it all the way down. That this hair is pre-stretched, like I said before. So all I had to do was pull the hair out and braid, no problem. Because I do add the extension hair back to back, that ends taper perfectly as if I added it all at the same time. Alright, so that's the very first French braid where I used 6 pieces of hair. Okay, so we're going to go in for another part. As you can see, or maybe you can't, this section seems to be more dense than the section before. However, it does cover a lot of my hairline, so I still will not be adding extension hair at the very beginning of this braid rather. Sis, you need to fix that. Okay, yes. So there is the part. It's been clipped away. I'm clipping the very top now and adding some more Shine and Jam, silk edges, that's what it's called, to my hair. The only downside to using silk edges for me is because I add so much, my hair starts to revert. So I'm pulling the amount of hair that I want to use that'll give me the desired thickness of the braid, and I'm breaking it into smaller pieces. This particular braid, it ends up being 5 pieces. You see my hair reverting back. So I'm braiding. That's 1 twist, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after 10 twists of the braid, about an inch worth of braiding is when I start adding those 5 pieces of extension hair. Adding them consistently, as you see, but I do not add extension hair close to my hairline because it's so soft and I feel like it is much more prone to breaking. So that is the right side of my hair. At this point, I've decided that I want the next side of my hair to be braided along the guide braid. Originally, I thought I was going to have them originating and going in opposite directions, but I think that'll draw too much attention to my forehead. So that is the next part that I'm doing. That's the orientation of the part. I'm going to clip it away. As you can see, my hair is a little thicker, or I feel like you can see that it's a little thicker, a little more dense, but it's still fairly soft. I do need more silk edges, Shine and Jam silk edges for this hair because it's more dense. You see that triangle part behind? That's going to get put into the individual. It wasn't worth having a French braid there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we're adding hair. Come on. There we go. Adding some more hair. I don't know if you can notice, but it's about this braid where I start to exaggerate the parts more. So the braid starts more at a pointed beginning and then over exaggerates into more of a larger part. I decided to make this one braid for individuals where I feel like they have a little more dense hair than me or thicker hair than me, you definitely could have made this 4, maybe even 5 braids. But I didn't feel like it was necessary to put that much tension on so few hairs. So by the time I get past my ear, you guys see. So sidebar, the reason I tell my clients not to bring me hair that's been used already is this package of hair that I'm using now, I had previously opened and didn't use. And this is not the first braid that's giving me issues, but it just seems to tangle, dry out, or something. It's a pet peeve of mine. No, it's not the end of the world, but it definitely does stagnate your progress. But yeah, I left that in there. So for people who are wondering, even me, I do have to deal with tangles when I'm braiding my hair or braiding hair. So that concludes the front of my head. I brought Big Bertha out to comb through the back. As you can see, I'm not aware of the Frankenstein part yet, so I am attempting to do the back without using a mirror to see what I'm doing. I just added some more Shine and Jam silk edges to the back, combing it through, and parting. Now, there's no guide. I kind of just try to keep my arm level and either move my head or move my arm consistently to make what I feel will create a straight part. And then I feel for where I think the top of the part is and part straight down. When I'm doing feed-in individuals on myself, I separate the amount of hair that I feel that the braid should be, and then I break it into 3 parts. I'm only going to add in 3 individual sections for that braid. So I section my hair then into 3 parts, and then I add hair one after the other. Okay? And then I braid it down just a little bit, add some more Shine and Jam to keep my hair flush with the extension hair, and then I braid it all the way down. Do that again. I believe for this very first row in the back, there's going to be a total of 4 braids. So you'll be able to see me do the same exact process 4 times. So I'm taking the clip out to release the hair. I'm filling the top of the braid, the part, and then using my comb to part straight down. You can use your rat tail for this or the regular pointed side. My hair is not that thick back there, so it's easy to part, especially after I put product. So once I feel like I've made a decent part, I'll clip the hair out of the way. I'll add some more product. I grab the amount of hair I feel I need for that braid, break it into 3 pieces, and lay it across my lap or some easy surface to pull from. I section my hair into 3 equal parts and add 1 piece, 1, 2, add the second piece, 1, 2, add third piece, 1, 2, and then braid it down. Same at the top, because I add my feed-in sections one at a time, right after each other. It allows for the tapered ends to still fall tapered evenly without any issues. The only time you'll have an issue with your braids not being tapered at the ends is if you're not grabbing the hair in the middle. Alright, so for the last 2 braids, I'm not going directly across. I'm actually going to start working on the section that's closest to my right ear. Now here is where you'll see what happens if I don't add enough product to my hair. The product helps smooth my hair so it's not kind of all out of the place. So what I did is I tried to section the hair and grab the next part to twist, and it didn't feel right. I didn't know if I was grabbing the right hair, the right amount of hair, and I couldn't be confident. So I didn't actually add more product. I just worked the product in and further down the shaft of my hair. And then we're going to try it again. So once I can feel confident that my hair, the hair that I'm grabbing, is the correct amount, the right section, then I, braid down, add some more hair, braid down, add some more hair. If you take note to the side of the part, it further kind of confirms what I've been saying about the density of my hair on that side. I feel that there should be a much bigger braid there. There should be much more hair there coming out of my scalp. But maybe I'm just too hard on myself. I feel like when I've done other people, a part like that would yield such a much larger, thicker, fuller braid. But in any case, I still only add the amount of hair I feel is appropriate. That'll still look natural. So this is the last braid of that row and the first row of me doing the feed-in individuals in the back. So I've added the product and separated the hair, and so I've added 1 piece, and here we're going to add the second piece, And here we add the final piece. Braid it down some more until I can change the positioning of my hands. Braid it all the way down to the ends. Of course, adding more Shiny Jam Silk edges with olive oil to my hair to help it mesh or flush or braid more seamlessly with the extension braids. So another thing with the reason why I braid with I only add in 3 pieces, the more pieces you add, it adds to the length of the braids. These are definitely long enough. So here I'm back now. I've completed the back. I believe that's what, 5 rows? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've added 5 rows of feet in individuals. It doesn't look like super thin, but it doesn't look super full either. I actually like how full it is. Now it's time for me to add my setting lotion or my setting foam, whatever it is that you want to call it. I invest with the amount of foam that I add, and then I go behind it and I add the Got to Be free spray, excuse me, and then I tie it down to help set. Before I added the setting lotion, I had already put on my electric kettle to boil my water. So now I am dipping my hair in very hot water. Because it's so hot, I only have to dip it the one time. And so now we will take off the scarf. This is what it looks like, you guys, after the top has set and the ends have been dipped and dried. Hey, I don't think we have any Frankenstein parts. It's now time for me to go to bed. So I just wrapped it in a loose bun, secured it with a rubber band, and put my scarf on, you guys. That's it. I mean, style took me about just under 4 hours. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me to fix that fuzzy hair, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. So I want to know, what do you think about this style, right? Do me a favor, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know some feedback. Give me some ideas. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You guys, that's it for today. I love you all. Goodbye.